Welcome to the Bayou City Soccer Podcast. Whether inside or outside the loop, we are talking everything soccer in Houston. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Welcome to Bayou City Soccer Podcast. I am your host, Rudy Segura, and today we're joined by Houston Dynamo midfielder Jack McGlynn. We'll talk about his role with the team representing the U.S. at the Gold Cup, Dynamo's recent form, and the upcoming match against Philadelphia Union, his former club, and his life off the pitch here in Houston. Let's just get right into it. Thank you, Jack, for being here with us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Jack, I guess in the beginning you came in to fill big shoes in the midfield, after Hector Herrera left. But we've seen your best moments, but we've seen your best moments come when you were pushed up the field a little bit. How has that adjusted or helped you unlock your game?
Yeah, it's definitely. I think at the start was an adjustment for me. I've never really played in a role like that, but I think it's brought out a lot of qualities that I have, the creativity, the kind of chance creation I can bring. So I think I settled in. I think I've been playing well in that spot and creating a good amount of things for the team.
And did that switch, did it come through purely conversations with the coaching staff, or, did it evolve naturally during matches and training?
Yeah, it was probably a bit of both, honestly. I think naturally they saw that I'm a more attacking minded player. I don't want to be too deep, and then I can't really impact the final third, you know. So I think they saw that, and it was good from them to kind of make that switch and put me there because I think it's worked out.
And yeah, that early stretch wasn't easy, as you mentioned, but what helped you stay mentally sharp when things weren't clicking at first, Jack?
Yeah, just kind of going back to hard work and training. You know, I work so hard off the field on my craft every day, whether it's here or on my own. So it's just kind of trusting in that and knowing the quality I have.
And then obviously, once you make the switch, was there a specific moment or performance that gave you confidence and things were actually turning around for you personally?
Yeah, probably the LAFC game where I think it was my first game in that role and I scored my first goal here. And then I think that kind of led on to me settling into this spot and having a good string of performances.
Let's shift a little bit to your time with the national team this summer. You just spent a month, obviously, with the U.S. national team for the Gold Cup and made it all the way to the final. We get to talk to you after the match. Obviously, not the result that you guys won it. But what was that experience like for you, especially playing here, the final in Houston?
Yeah, it was definitely an amazing month. I think, you know, learning so much from the players there, the staff there, who are some of the best coaches in the world. So it was definitely a great month for sure. And to be able to play a final here in Houston in front of a crowd like that was so special for me.
And obviously, you're kind of breaking into the team, getting plenty of games this year, specifically. But was there a particular game or atmosphere throughout this competition that stood out to you the most during the tournament?
Yeah, I think it has to be the final. You know, I think like 75,000 people, you don't really get to play in many finals. So you kind of got to take it all in and enjoy the moment while you're there.
And what kind of habits or lessons, obviously you're a young player, you're a young player, and what habits or lessons are you taking from this tournament to help you now with the club, with the Dynamo?
Yeah, I think it's just me becoming more of a leader here. I think I've tried doing that both on and off the field as I've grown more comfortable here. So kind of knowing my role with the team, I have to be kind of the guy that creates for us and be a leader both on and off the field for us. So kind of stepping more into that role now is what I'm trying to do.
hmm And I guess being that leadership, you take that experience to your teammates as well. I'm suppose maybe talking about how fast maybe the game is, the tempo wise, or the preparation.
Yeah, for sure. I think yeah, always talking to them about how it's different playing at the international level, you know, and playing in finals and big games like that. It's kind of helps you calm the game and slow the game down here, and I hope to help them out with that too.
And well, since your return has been a tough stretch for the club as well. Back-to-back losses, 1-0 against RSL, uh 3-0 at home here against Vancouver. What do you think has been missing from the team in the last two matches?
Yeah, I think obviously goals, you know, I think we haven't scored in either of those games, but I think in both games we've created enough to score. So I think maybe it's just not falling our way or we have to work on something, but we definitely have to hit the back of the net more. But I think we're getting the chances we need to.
So I guess not just changing tactics by any means, but Is more you think on focus on the execution, maybe the energy of the squad when it comes to those?
Yeah, you could say that. I just think
Yeah.
maybe we're a bit unlucky at the moment. Things aren't bouncing our way. You saw deflection goal, like the PK saves goes right back to them. So maybe some things aren't going away, but we kind of just have to work our way out of that and fight harder.
And obviously tough to lose at home. The fans obviously feel it and they're probably letting their voice be heard. But what's the vibe in the locker room right now? How are you personally approaching this stretch to help the bounce back?
Yeah, I think I'm more frustrated than anyone. I want to win no matter where I'm playing at. So I hate losing more than anything. So I'm very frustrated, but I know we have a quick turnaround for the next game, and we have to focus on that, and we have to get a win in front of our fans.
And you mentioned it, looking ahead, big one here this weekend, facing Philadelphia Union, your former club. What is it going, or what are you thinking going into this match? Wearing orange this time.
Yeah, it's gonna be strange for sure. I was there for so long, and kind of that was my whole like upbringing, as a player. But I think once I step on the field, and they're just another different team, and I wanna beat them.
Yeah, and last time Dynamo faced Philly was in 2000, I think 22. It ended 6-0 over there in Philly, and I believe you scored
Yeah, that
as
was my
well in
first
that match.
goal.
So, any emotions coming into this match, just overall, you would.
For sure, there is, but I think like I said, you just got to take it as another match and try to dominate them as you do with any other team.
Yeah, it's funny. I think a few weeks back we were talking about our group chat here at Bayou City Soccer and just saying like, look, there is receipts here that said Jack McGlynn score a banger against the Dynamo. We're just excited when we heard the news that you were coming to Houston. But you know, is there I guess when it comes to feeling your memory for this match and that there's you've been there for so long, and obviously there's a lot of changes, but the approach that Philly may take, is there anything that you kind of not necessarily maybe help your coaching staff by any means, but just what is their drive? What do you guys expect from the union?
Yeah, I think everyone knows how they play. It's physical. It's play forward as quick as possible and then press. So we know what they're going to bring in, and we're going to try to have to counter that because we know they're a really good team right now. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but I think we'll be ready.
All right, so let's zoom out a little bit, maybe talk just rest of the season and life off the pitch a bit. But where do you think this team is right now in terms of identity and potential as you guys push into the back half of the season, Jack?
Yeah, I think obviously right now we're not where we want to be. We know we're a playoff team. We know we have the quality for that in the locker room, and I think you've seen it in some games this season where we're just we can either play really well or we're not there enough. So I think it's kind of finding that consistency, and that just starts with fighting from the opening whistle.
And then what's your personal mindset right now, as you settle into your role here as, take the leadership role and of an attacking role to make a big impact, for the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's kind of just continue what I've been trying to do, just create things for us and be the guy that's our playmaker. I want to be the guy to score, assist, and kind of give us a chance to win games. So I'm going to try to keep doing that.
And you've been here in Houston for just a little bit. What's something you really enjoy about living here, whether it's the people, the food, or something else?
Uh, I'd say just like because I live close to the Astros, so it's been really cool to like see all the fans for that and like see our fans too. I think the fans here are amazing. They come out, and I've heard good things about the Rockets and the Texans fans too. So I think it's a very sports city, so I like that a lot.
And yeah, we saw earlier this year you made it, to your first rodeo, I suppose. But have the guys taken you out? Maybe you have some good Tex-Mex barbecue yet?
I've definitely had some good barbecue. Yeah, I even when my family comes to visit, I always go to get some barbecue with them because they've never had it before, and that's probably been my favorite food here so far.
Yeah, yeah. I guess again, your time has been pretty limited just because you're, working so hard, with the club, with the national team. But is there anything you haven't gotten to experience in Houston? Maybe that is on your checklist. Maybe something you heard from your teammates or fans.
Uh, I say I want to go to obviously the season hasn't started, but I want to go to a football game here because I know the team's really good, and I like football a lot, so I think it'll be really cool to try to get out to one.
What about? NASA. We always hear people want to go to NASA. I mean, I don't know if
I've been
it's.
there. I went there for a photo shoot or video
Oh,
shoot.
there you go. There you go.
Dynamo. It was really cool.
Yeah, it's like if you go to if you come to Houston, you live in Houston, you have to go at some point. It seems
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it kind of defines you as a Houstonian, I guess. But you know, I want to take you, being as a youngster yourself, 22 years old, and kind of going through a very good academy in Philadelphia. Here in Houston, they're kind of working themselves, and I know that the first team tends to play against Dynamo too. But is there any body, or that you see the potential of these guys coming through? Is there anything that you can share of, like, maybe people flying under the radar, or people doing a good work at a young age as well down there? I don't know if.
Yeah, no, I think the system they have here has been great. I think some of the guys train with us some days of the week, and you can see the quality that they have. The way they play, it definitely fits the model here. It's way different than in Philly, but I think, yeah, the model they have here and the way these kids come into our trainings and have the confidence to play with the ball, it's been great to see.
And then mostly, I guess, for the younger listeners, in the sense of, they want to be like you, they want to be a professional. What makes a player stand out and doing things behind the scenes, if that makes sense, Jack.
Yeah, it's hard work. I think it's always doing extra. I think as a kid, the amount of sessions I did outside of my team sessions, I would do it every day, with my dad or my brother. So it's all that hard work. And even now, like after our trainings, I'm always trying to do more. Whether that's gym work or getting extra touches, I still want to do more and kind of just always find a way to try to improve and get better every day.
And then before we let you go, Jack, what would you like to say to the Dynamo fans? Whether it's about their support, the season ahead, or just, what it means to be part of this club.
Yeah, it's definitely amazing to be here. I mean, the support I've gotten, whether I'm away with the national team, I see all their support while I'm there. And when I'm back here, hearing them cheer for me, whether I'm going to take a corner or just like that, I think the support they've shown for both me and the whole team this year has been great. We know the results haven't been really what they wanted, especially at home, but I think we know we have to fix that and change that, and hopefully they can keep sticking with us through it.
Well, Jack, thank you so much. Thank you for being here with us. Best of luck. Obviously, this weekend it should be an emotional one for you, probably, but and the rest of the season as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, that's it for this episode of Bayou City Soccer Podcast. Again, thanks to Jack McGlynn for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.